Hey there again. Welcome back to the final installment of the ATV series. Hopefully this will be the last one, part 6 of mechanical things. This morning we're going to start out with this ATV. I already pulled it out of the bushes over there. Brought his parts out here. There's this assortment of new parts. It's gas tank repairs. Got the bucket of bolts and things, the various components that go back on it that didn't get replaced. We got the oil change right here, along with the solenoid relay. It's in here, and the oil filter, and we can actually goes over here. So we got the oil pan ready to do the drain it out, get the oil out of it, uncover that carburetor, correct its busted up manifold, get the new battery and all that back in there and wired up, get the covers back on it. Yeah, I wish I had more paint. I'd love to hit it with a little more paint if I put it back together, but it don't look too bad. Even the old shitty muffler, I didn't quite get it all. Not everything. There's the intake manifold and its accessories. Keep those together. Shift this stuff off here to the side, one little pile. This here was the other electrical component that was worn. Here's a new one. New fuse, spare fuse, brand new connectors. Looks nice. And then of course we got battery, which I think I've already showcased this in the previous videos. Screws here too. We'll just leave that in there until it's time to install it, because I don't want to leave the screws. That's the air filter. You've seen that showcased already as well. Been keeping it out of the weather so it didn't get damaged or anything. We'll set these off to the side. They're near the end of it anyway. We won't be putting those on until later. And of course the gas tank's right here. It's got its valve already on there, ready to go. It's been inside the shop, out of the weather for this whole time. And then this piece here, oh yeah, that's the rest of the fuel kit. It's partially installed. The valve is on here, but this was the valve box when it came in. So that's all the pieces we've got, and then plus the oil change and its filter. And there's its oil filter. Super tiny, almost like, what was it filtering exactly? I hope it works. I haven't actually seen the original version of this. Like the other parts, I got to look at them before I bought them, but not this one.
Loose. Yeah.
Trying to get to that bolt right.
I think it's like a 17.
That big ass washer and bolt, that's the drain plug. All right, and what are you saying?
You're going to have to take this loose. But all you got to do is loosen one a little bit and it'll slide out.
Oh, so we can get the oil filter
loose.
loose.
You just push it aside.
It ain't even attached, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay.
See?
Oh, okay. So I just would untighten this bolt here, you see?
Yeah, just loosen it and have it turn.
And then it'll slide out of my way. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let me see what size bolts we got to work with here. I'm going to go fetch some tools there, folks. I'll be right back. Frank found it. He's over here. And we're going to get the oil draining. And we got to go do some eBay. Where did you get them tires from, Frank?
From, oh, good.
It come off pretty easy.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, I bought my oil pans. Have to mess yours up. Now, I don't have a container, though. You got any old containers I can fetch?
There's one right over there.
All right.
Black one. Ew.
Nasty.
Yeah.
It looked dark, pretty dark in the on the end of the dipstick there, so I figured the oil was pretty burnt. Oh yeah, that shit's shot. Folks, see that? It don't hold much though, and it might not even be full of oil. Now there it goes.
See, this is a check valve.
Oh yeah, is that reusable, or we got to buy that too?
No, you gotta clean it.
Oh okay.
See, it's got a screen in it.
Yeah, here. Bought a rag for cleaning and wiping stuff. At least for the oil change. Here you go. Wipe it in my hand. Take it off my hands. Okay. Oh yeah, it's holding a little bit, ain't it? Well, it says it's a little less than 2 quarts. I actually put both quarts in there. Is it overloading it or?
No, you don't want to overfill it. But It'll probably take all of 2 quarts.
Mm.
Almost all of it. Because they do it metric. So
There you go. Step 1, drain the oil.
Step 1,
all right.
And the O-rings in good shape.
So I was draining out. You already got your pictures?
Yeah, they're on my phone.
All right, well, let's go take care of that and we'll come back. Frank's trying to give the tire a go there. He's hitting the part. We found that we think what's leaking.
It's round now.
It's rounded and pushing against the tire.
Yeah, it's pushing against the tire now, but it's got that indent. I don't know. We might have to take the tire.
All right, y'all, back here. We've been letting the oil drain for a little while. Frank was messing with that tire just now, and I said, let me turn the camera back on and all that. I'm gonna go ahead and change the oil filter and refill it with oil. So I just put the oil wear back in here. Just put the funnel in here and put the oil directly in there. Okay.
Yeah, but it says right here how much to put in it.
Does it? Oh, okay.
1,500
centimeters cubed. What is that? I gotta get you can use a converter to find out. I'll have to convert it with my phone or something. But I read it on the internet. It's 2 quarts. It's almost 2 quarts. It's like 1.8 some shit. It's almost 2 quarts. Here's the oil cap. And I know the home viewer here is not gonna probably be able to see it, but it goes down here on the bottom of the engine. So you'll be looking for something like this if you try to do it yourself at home. It's got a little smegma in the bottom there. Is that rag over there? Yeah.
Nice language.
Yeah, it's just the old oil coming out of the drain hole. Here's a little hole inside the hole.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised the filter don't go in here.
That is a filter.
Oh, is that what this deal? Oh, that's what this dealio is.
Yeah, that goes in that side first.
Okay, this goes up in the void down here.
Yeah, white side first.
See if we can bring it down here. The people who come and watch these videos, they get bored by them. I've been looking at the view numbers for them. They don't watch but 2 or 3 minutes of it and then move to something else. The video's 40 minutes long, you know, sometimes. So I'm like, maybe I'm not making it interesting enough. They just can't stay with it. There you go. That's what we're working on. See that hole right there? And we'll put this spring-loaded mechanism in there. Spring first. No?
Right in first.
Oh, it is? Okay, and this is why I'm glad Frank's here. He took it out so I didn't get to see it. There you go. It goes in there with the plastic plug, spring pushing out, and it's going to put pressure against our cap here. And that goes on top of it. That. And the spring putting a little resistance on there. So I'm going to have to use both hands there, but you get the idea. There we go. All right, so this thing here has got to be unhooked from down here, I see. First, behind this clutch deal. Oh, okay, that puts this tension on that and that, which is pulling on this sensor. I guess that's how it knows. This cable going to the handlebar, I reckon. One of them, probably that one over there. It should come out of there, but it don't work that way, does it? And this one must be the adjustment. Probably have to do some adjusting to this. All right, so yeah, I guess that's the only way to do it. We got to take it out of adjustment. So I'm bringing this all the way up. Looks like we got a shiny spot. We know where it went. I'm not gonna mess with sanding it or nothing like that. This is an advanced version. I'm wondering, do I have to go through the trouble of taking this entire clutch mechanism loose to get at that? That's not very practical if that is the case. Oh. Frank's nearby. He's working on a fuel injection for another vehicle right now. I'm just going to go for taking the cap off. This is where the oil filter goes. So I'm going to go ahead and take all this stuff out. Put the screws over here on the toolbox. I got a little small set for these. So I'm going to put all these temporary screws there, because these are not going to stay off for long. Not like the box of bolts and stuff. Oh Also, before I go any further, let me get the oil pan because I have a feeling some residue will come out of there. Well, let me take it off. Oh, dummy. Yeah, see how it's all, the mechanisms are in my way. But they do move, so I'm going to go with that. Just have to readjust these little lock bolts here when I get done. Okay. This is definitely an oddball spot. But at least it's on the outside, we can get to it. Oh, no, that's... all right, well, that makes sense. It goes on the outside. I think we can remember that. And behind the spring. All right, this is the challenge bolt. Can I move it? Oh, good. Okay, so we do have enough access, I think. Oh, come on. All right, I got a tiny ratchet here. Too big or too small? I think they go in small. No. Okay, you should still be able to see what I'm doing for the most part. Right here. Frank come by and looked at it with me, and he was like, well, it was like, all you can do is take it apart. So he said the best way I could probably do it, trying to fight, and we get the little pin out of the back of this, says this plug comes out, or taking that cell back there, go right here, he said. So I got to undo this cotter pin, which has been all over itself. And hopefully it won't be too difficult to reverse. We need a little tab of it sticking out. Just something to grab. The idea is to flatten them back out like they originally were, possible. There it goes. All right. First I was a little uncertain if I was going to be able to pull that off. Okay. Got a washer and well, I may have to take this out anyway because of the way that it's made. Yes, it is. Got it. Oh, what a pain. But anyway, the goal has been achieved. I hope I can fix it. Man, it's revisiting that bar. I don't know yet. It certainly ain't factory. There's the inside of that little cap. It seals pretty good. I have a grease rag there somewhere. It's got to drain for a minute. All right, there's our new one. What it's supposed to look like, I guess. And there's what was in it. Well, it wasn't filthy. It still seems to be functional. Look at all the smegma that it had collected. This is the new one. They're similar. Maybe that's just a new style. It's a mesh screen. We'll go with it. It came out of there like that, I'm pretty sure. That's the way I picked it up. So we'll okay, that's where it goes. I'm gonna put it in there like that. But first I need to wipe it all the way out and also check and see what it's connecting to. Yeah, it's a bunch of debris in there. Can you see that? You should be able to see it pretty good. All that slime, and it's actual bits of metal or carbon deposit or something going on. All right, well, I can't let you hold you and do that at the same time. Yeah, they don't look exactly the same. Here's the old one.
Yeah, that's got a screen on it.
Yeah.
See them pieces of clutch in it?
Yeah, and then the new one, it looks like that.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah, you just can't see the screen.
It's behind it, yeah.
Yeah.
They put little fins on it. Maybe that's an enhancement. Yeah, maybe it'll do better. It's got a bunch of black smegma in here, like solids.
Yeah, try and get
as much as possible. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. It'll automatically make a seal against that thing for me, won't it?
Yeah.
And there's a notch. Okay, I see the notch. It kind of helps you tell where it goes. All right.
Yeah, the oil circulates through that cap.
Oh, okay. I can tell it's kind of putting pressure back against it.
Yeah.
And then one screw, the one on the back side is super long. The other two are short. Yeah, they are. Trying to beat the heat.
I thought it was hot until that came out.
I can see how these strip out, right? Is that what happens to them? Yeah, I feel like that bottom tried to do that a little bit, but that should be tight enough then. I guess we'll know if oil comes oozing out from around it. But it has a seal on it. It looked fine. It was orange and looked okay. I didn't take it out and mess with it. Okay. And we got some grease. Just a little bit on the inside, you see it? All right, then we'll rock it back in position. Oh yeah, that helps. Slid on there a lot easier. That grease on it. Probably help it move easier too. Yeah.
See, this is what I was talking about. Yeah, the spring's all the way out.
I managed to save that cotter pin. Couldn't believe it. I thought it was for sure it would break or something. These didn't stab me. That's what I was trying to prevent. No, I'm just glad it didn't. I had the right stuff for it. Am I grabbing it the wrong way? Is that what it is?
Do a lift kit on this.
Raise it up.
All you do is take this, right?
Yeah.
And you take a piece of metal, flat piece of metal to the left.
There we go. It moved. It's in place. All right, we'll hook this spring back for now. And we'll come take the tire off later. I'll use the oil anymore. Damn it. Fucking piece of shit. Right there. That's all. All right, where should I go next then? I got the oil, then put the oil in it.
Yes. Give me some juice. Pour it slowly because it's not getting any air through the funnel.
Oh, okay.
So it's gonna burn.
Back up. It's gonna back up. Yeah. All right. Almost 2 quarts. A little shy. It's got what is that? What is it measured in ounces and milliliters?
Milliliters.
It's a little over 12 ounces left. Okay. Yeah. Drop the testing stick in there. Just like a lawnmower, you thread it all the way down. And back out. At least a little easier than a lawnmower.
Yeah, you can get at them sort of. You can't even read the stick.
It's so clear you can't even, it's on there. I can see it. All right, so its fill zone is real small. It's just a little tiny area there.
Yeah, it should be over.
It's probably past it, yeah. But that's okay, right? As long as it's not way up the stick.
Nothing in the filters yet.
Oh, okay. It's going to pull a small amount in there. Yeah. So that extra should get taken away.
Looks pretty good.
It's right at the top of this.
Yeah, that should be fine.
So it's all the way to the top of the notch there. So there, it's beyond the fill zone by a little bit. We're going to go with it. He says it's going to get sucked up in the filter. All right, oil change is complete. Wow. See what I'm saying? Is he turning? There you go. Thing was seized on it. All right, Frank got it.
We do have shorter ones that'll go into a 1/4 inch. They're in the other
Oh, another kit.
kit.
Let me get the new intake manifold. Yeah, it's got the ring and everything. Yeah, that one's burned up on it. It didn't look too hot. Yeah. And then it's got new bolts too. And lock washers on the back. What the hell are they for? They go between it? Just in case.
Oh, they're nuts.
For not just extras.
Oh, some of them are studs, that's why.
Oh, okay, and in case you needed them, okay. This model doesn't. Should we just reuse the same screws or use the new screws? Well, the new screws work. Take your tool away.
See out here.
Oh, there you are. See it?
What, don't? You might want to stick a piece of paper or something in that hole.
Oh, it just sits in there. It's unlikely. So how tight should I make this? Really tight or just snug the screws? Like, that's good?
Yeah, that's plenty good.
Okay. It doesn't wiggle or nothing.
No, it's got an O-ring.
And it's got that seal ring. Okay. All right. So now this is the confusingest part. When I did it at home, I was just all over the place. Oops. Put that back up so I don't lose it. Put it in your pocket or whatever. When it comes to putting back the plastics and all that, I'd even noticed myself when I was taking it apart that that box and all would have went on a lot easier if the plastics and shit weren't in the way. It looks like it goes underneath everything. So what do? Do I reattach the carburetor to this first and then work the box into that, or put the carburetor on that box right there and put that assembly up against that?
You gotta put the carburetor on first.
Okay. Okay, so that's the inside of the bottom of the carburetor. It's bowl, as Frank calls it.
That's not bad. Not good.
It's not good, being all crusty and orange, I'm sure. So it might have a junk carburetor now. It's always something with these mechanical adventures. Part 6 may not be the end after all. So basically what you see in this plastics there, and they're little floaters. They're supposed to float freely. I guess that's something to do with, I don't know. I can't tend to understand as well as Frank probably understands what's going on there. It's full of trash, that's for sure. He's got some brake cleaner there, I believe. So you can always specifically for carburetor. Okay. So he's got some substance here that's fast evaporating. It's safe for concrete floors and all. Probably cleans them. Yeah, he's getting you can see the funk is coming off of there.
Watch out.
Yeah, the debris that was in it. Where the intake manifold was open. This could be the damage from having water in the gas tank too. So there you go. You're wondering what it's putting gas in your tank do and water in your gas tank do? It rusts the inside of your carburetor out, as seen here. So, kids at home, don't put water in the gas tank. It goes to anybody who's listening, any family out there. If you got kids, make sure you explain to them thoroughly. Do not put water in the gas tank of a recreational of any vehicle. Yeah, otherwise, you'll have to make costly purchases to repair yours, or in this case, hopefully try to restore it. You can see it real good out here. We're gonna go with it. If it doesn't work, we know why. I'm gonna let it hang out down here on the ground with the bowl side down. All right, it's pretty difficult to record in this angle. It's for future recording. We're gonna be looking at that. Here's how the bottom of the carburetor turned out. Frank cleaned it and gave it a little air blast and whatnot. It's not brand new, but it's in there. Not too certain about those seals. I don't have any replacements for that, so we're just gonna have to go with it. Hope for the best. And here's the other half of it. He washed out. Looks pretty dry. I'm gonna carry it back in here to the shop off camera and put it back together. Then we'll hopefully continue reassembling. Frank's reassembling that piece. I'm just kind of watching here. Brass plug. See if he can try to bring you along for some of it. His hands block some of what's happening there. It's not a towel. Okay, when you put that, would it help? No, help. It don't help none to pull on that's the gas control. Okay.
Screwdriver and see if you can
push it through. There you go. Almost. Try again. Oh, it was in there. No, I'm holding it with it's stuck right there on that little lip right here at the very edge of it. All right.
That should do it. Pull it out.
There it is. That's definitely not something I would have wanted to do at home. That's why I didn't take it apart. Yeah, when you know how to do it. Yeah, I would have. Now I wouldn't be as scared to take it apart. But I'd probably be getting angry. Lord, getting so frustrated at doing that by myself. I ain't laying the grip on them. Not yet. Yeah, if we get them all started. Make sure it's in there before we commit to smushing it too hard.
You could actually put it together without that altogether, because all it does is
Yeah, that's pretty decent. I'm gonna kick the tripod. All right, go Frank. Oh, okay, and that's how it sits. And it's on there. So now we just snug it in place with this. It's already in the right direction. Oh, it's on the other side. Okay. Oh, I got this screw gun. I don't think I got it. I don't know. It should not screw gun anyway, right? Oh. Got it. Can you still? Okay, the carburetor's installed now. Had to run back and forth 3 or 4 times there to keep trial and error, and so I didn't bother recording it. He's putting the throttle, choke control back on it. And what about this fuel line right here, Frank? Is this some kind of air overflow that lets air out of the engine, I guess?
that plugs into this somewhere. Into here, I think.
Yeah, it's the same diameter as that. That one's different. Okay, of course it is.
Try and get it in without it.
There we go. All right, now this is where the thing screws in there and all that. But now we need to put that little pipe on while it's got adjustments. This is, ow, this is air intake. It went that way.
Turn it that way so you can get at it. You might be able to get at it.
Problem is putting the screw back in that.
You can rotate the clamp.
Yeah, I got it. It's right there. It's not as difficult as I thought it would be. You got it where you want it. Yeah, they got it. So far, we did manage to get the carburetor. It's in position. Look how nice and snug it is now. It doesn't move anymore. Remember how before I was just pushing it and something just falling every which way? And now it doesn't do that anymore. The last thing to tighten is the lower ring clamp for this part of the pipe down in here. Finding the right tool to do this particular task turned out to take some time. That's why I didn't record all that. Now after this, we put as we get this tightened down, the bolts in here and tightened down. Then we put the air filter in it. Let's seal that part off. Okay. If you cancel out all the time we spend looking for tools and fiddling around, walking back and forth, hell, the project wouldn't be 30 minutes so far. But due to the extra shit, random people popping up and messing up the flow of things, we're nowhere near as far as I thought we'd be almost done by now. All right, what's next? You put the plastics and shit back on it?
Put the wiring on it.
We can't do that until the plastic and metal frame's back. That's what held it. It was part of its housing. It's just this.
I guess that's what you got.
new one. Yeah, that one did go in there a lot better than the other thing I jerked out of here. That thing was a piece of shit. I don't even think it was. I don't even think. Yeah, it's got a notch it fits into. This one actually fit and didn't fight me. Yeah, that one's good. All right. All right. In order to save time, you've seen that some of that. And I'm gonna go ahead and wash this assembly off camera and get you some before. And then when we come back, I'll show it to you again after cleaning it, and we'll put it on there. All right. There's a few minutes later. I've washed it off. It's drying now. I took a rag to it, the old dirty rag I was using for cleaning the toilet. Works okay. It's rusty. The frame for this, I didn't paint any of this. It's it needs to be tightened down underneath. I think I did try to unloosen those bolts for this frame. I'm gonna tighten all that up and stuff. I even cleaned out the battery box. You know, that wire, we'll see where the wiring goes. It was full of orange and grime. All right, we're back. It's been about 10 to 20 minutes or so. I didn't even get a chance to cool off that much. A little bit. I want to get this done. I'm gonna spend all day on it. There you go. That's how it looks now. And it turned out a little better. I was hoping it would get. I hit it with a rag, but I didn't bother to hit with soap and all that. We're not that interested. If it looked better than this, it was newer. But I mean, at least it cleaned out the battery box hole and the storage compartment and got the wiring area. It was full of. It was just orange prior. It was just coated in orange. Like you can see some of the remnant of it. The whole thing was just orange. I think it might be some footage of it in the one of my previous videos. All right, we have a little shelf back too. Once we get it mounted. All right, let's see, which ones were they? Probably these two. All right, let me show you what I did wrong, and then I'm gonna pause it and fix my mistake. Right here, I forgot that this cover goes over top of the bolts underneath it. So it's always gonna be jacked up, which is incorrect. So I got to take this bolts out right here that I just put in. See them? There's one of them. I got to undo those so I can move this back, take them out, and then put the whole thing back and put the bolts back on it. Yep. But that'll give us 4 points of contact right here. And then also while I got it cut off, I'm gonna go ahead and install the ones back here, provided I can find them. I hope we got them. I don't know. I'm beginning to think some of these bolts that I took off are not in the bucket, or they are, but it's been too long, and that's my biggest worry with doing these projects is I'll forget which ones went where, and that's what's gonna happen. All right, back in a few minutes. Okay, we're back after my mistake there with the bolts. Everything's corrected so far. I went ahead and ran the negative cable through the plastic there because it was just hanging out, practically begging for it. I've got the 2 bolts in the back on each side there. I don't know how well you can make that out, but there they are. As well as putting in this central bolt here. I don't know if I like it there though. It looks like my gas tank bolts, but I'm pretty sure that's where it came from. Then I got this bolt and this bolt. And I want to say there was something, I can't remember taking anything out of these or not. If I did, I don't know what I did with them. I have just completely went absent-minded on it. Everything's supposed to be in that bucket, so I'm assuming I don't have them, or they got lost. I mean, it's fine. I ain't going nowhere. All right, so I'm gonna put you up here on top in short mode. I hope you can follow along with the rewiring part of it, because that's half the battle right there. The old one in the box. I'm guessing they're down and threaded in there. I hadn't really looked. We'll find out soon enough. All right. So that's supposed to be the negative, which the red wire goes to. I don't know how that thing works exactly. I guess it's bringing the negative and the positive together right there. So on this thing it says B and M. B for battery, M for motor. I think it went in there like this. Somebody's here, I assume. Yeah, it'll fit on the plug. It's got 2 pegs it sticks on. This one here, it's got the cable, the only one that looks like it. It goes right there. And then it would sit in there like that. These 3 wires are gonna they go to the brake wires, which are currently just hanging down in the bottom for the brake light, I mean. All right, there was a screw for this too. Oh Lord. Yeah, that's it. There it is. Okay. I got a Phillips right there. There ain't a whole lot of bolts that come out of it. A lot of it's just like plastic stuff. It slides into place. A few select bolts here and there. It's not that bad. It's just keeping up with all of it. There we go. Now that's nice and tight like it's supposed to be. All right. Now, let's go ahead and get the, let's check these bolts first and foremost. Watch. Watch, I bet they don't fit. It's like we made it the right diameter. Haha, Jason, you threads wrong. No, it does work. Okay. Okay. Battery, motor. Okay. That's pretty good. I mean, we got to go crazy on it. Let's try to put a little boot over it as best we can. One of these fuses is a spare, and I have a spare in that one too. In fact, there was nothing wrong with those fuses, but we'll just keep these in here. Right now we need the red cable. I'm gonna go ahead and route that through the battery box first, because it goes in over here. Right here. I'm all right. How about we take it off? That's right. Take this off first. That might be. That's what the missing ingredient was. All right. Got it. That's where it was at. It looked like it was matching the curvature right here, like that. So we'll go with that. It's in there. We don't want too much hanging out. All right. There's an opening for it up here on this side. On this back side. Hopefully we can get it back through. Yeah. Okay. There we go. And it's just a little short segment of cable that runs through there. We'll put our little cover insulation piece back on there. Slide it out of the way. All right, now we want to go ahead and put it on this terminal here for battery. Hopefully you can see that. It's hard to tell. That's right. Throw it on the ground. Okay. Before I commit to fastening it down, I'll make sure I got it. So it's going to fit down in there like I want it to when I'm done here. Nice. That's it done. It's 1,000 degrees, yo. I'm telling y'all, I can't feel it. In direct sunlight, it is cooking me. I can feel the ice. I'm getting tanned whether I like it or not. It's like burnt. One time, it's 1:37. I knew it was going to take all day to fiddle with this thing. That's why I'm stressing too much. But I didn't want it to end up getting to a point where I'm like, okay, is this thing going to work or not? And just have to wait another week to find out. What's the point of doing all this? No. All right, good. At least I didn't. Oh, wait a minute. It's not too late. I twisted up the wires. All right. There we go. We'll put them on next. We'll do this first because this is the primary main bundle of wire. So we're going to make sure we get that to fit in that groove right there. And then we're going to push these. There's two little fins on each side that are sticking up. And there's grooves in the rubber footing for this solenoid block. They line up. And you're supposed to be able to push it down in there. There it goes. And that holds this whole assembly nice and snugly in place. Just like that. Man, I'm going to wash it in sweat here for too long. All right. Plenty of play on the back. All right, that looks good to me. Now we'll reroute this bundle here back to where it was. That was easier when it was out. I get pissed off. I'll say shit. I'll say some shit. I will say some shit. There you go. There's the brake light. I don't think they even work. But they've been attached inside the electrical box, which is all I can do for them. There we go. We'll just push them down there out of the way like they were. That leaves this, which is the main solenoid. 1, 2, 3 of them. One does not have a connector. And there's 3 wires. So apparently one of them is just for looks. Okay. No satisfying crunch snap noise for that one. But it's not coming back out, so we're good. Even if it didn't go pop. And that leaves this module here, which went, but it's already attached. It just sticks on one of these pegs right here, whichever one you like. Whichever one's got enough space around it, rather. I'll bring you around here and let you see it like I'm seeing it here in just a second. Oh, it's some kind of taped up thing going on here. I don't know what it's taping together exactly. It goes to this box, don't it? Yeah, why'd they do this? Is this necessary or is this just some shit they stuck on there? It's looking like it doesn't do anything. Ah, okay, there's a little bit of wire exposure right there. But we can solve that problem just by doing that. With the residual bit of stickiness that's on that tape. There we go. And that gets rid of all of this. We don't need that. That's just ugly. I managed to keep up with these little metal things. Surprisingly. Okay. Until you end up with something like that. Right now we need those bolts. I've only managed to find 2, unfortunately. Tightening or releasing. Yes, there we go. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Gas tanks on there. Now, I was right, these bolts are in this thing. It's hot. It's hot, hot, hot. Makes for a nice relaxed fit though. I don't even know if that thing really goes there. It does show that in the diagrams, believe it or not. From what I can recall of it from a couple weeks back now. It's that's what goes there. I'm not exactly sure what it's for, but we're gonna put it back on there. Oh, you dummy. This is part of holding this plastic piece. As you can see, all the stuff is recessed like it should be. There's no weirdness going on. Carburetor assembly is now attached. It's been checked and cleaned. We've attached all the control mechanisms back to it. It's spring-loaded deals and cables and all that. Its air intake is reassembled. All I gotta do now is get the new fuel drain, the drain valve for the tank wired into the carburetor. Lines run from that to the carburetor and the fuel filter, and it'll be ready for gasoline. All right, we're back after letting the battery charge up. The heat killed it, and it didn't want to act like it didn't want to work. So while it was charging, I went ahead and did a few things. We got the feet on it and the coat and covers. And they're screwed in. Done a little test run with the battery and all. Make sure the starter was working. It is. Got the electrical done. Filters back in. The only thing to do now is the fuel lines while I was waiting for the battery charge. Here's the battery job. I got that installed and ready for action. Reroute, rewired. I wasn't even gonna put the cover in there. I had a chance to put that in the video since you missed some of it. And which wasn't too much. Got the tire off. Did some work right here on the back. Let me take you down here on a hand tour of it. We had to move the adjuster. This bar went from here to here, and the other one went to here. So the park braking cable is now here, and the standard foot brake is right here. They used to be swapped. So now we're gonna put the tire back on and see if it still works. And I also went ahead and redid this side and reattached it. So it's basically ready to go. We just got to put some fuel line in there and the filter for that valve, put some gas in it. And also we're gonna take this tire off and see if we can put any air in it. Is it leaking or from Frank's hammering job, or did we fix it, or what? So let's get started on that. From the back and see it better.
Leaning on the fucking rocks.
Yeah, leaning on them rocks is a son of a bitch. I ain't gonna lie, that shit hurts. It's clear now. Cool. Well, at least we didn't have to modify the rim or buy extra shit. We're trying our best not to buy any more stuff for this thing. Should I put it on the ground and hand tighten them or something?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Perfect.
Nice and check it back here, too. Yeah, it's no longer banging against it there. Originally, before we modified it off camera, this bar was rubbing. It was where the tire is currently sitting. It was bowed around the tire. That was unacceptable. Now it doesn't touch the tire at all, which is fine, which is what we needed. So cool. Frank said he had done that before. I wouldn't have known to do that or even tried such thing. But with his help and showing me how to do it, I was like, oh, okay. Now I know how to make adjustments. What those things on the back do is it makes adjustments for the foot brake right here and the handle park brake over there on that side. There we go. That's ideal. All right. Let's take this one off. All right. This don't weigh nothing. But all of its air out just about. Let's see what we got. Frank's got to give it some pressure. So it's supposedly already at 10. That means that PSI's in the red. Okay. Yeah, that's not accurate.
Might as well let it go.
What do you reckon? It's always on 20, it looks like, by default. Yeah, it sits on just right on the 20 mark. So I count that as 0. And it went up by a couple of pounds it's doing that. I'm trying to get it up to, I guess, the 30 mark. So now it's got, there's the 10 plus 11.
Get it up to 40 pounds.
That's 11. I'll get it. Go ahead and put it to 40. Well, it's not really 40. It just says that. Based off the readings, you're now at 10, 20. It's got about 20 pounds of air in it. I don't hear anything. I think you fixed it, man. Good. Hey, what he did is he beat on it right here. This part was a little deformed, and he said it wasn't making good contact right here. So he got some bubbles from his tire machine. The tire machine, checking to see if we see any kind of leaky air. It's nice and solid again. Should I add more air than that, or?
No, it's bubbling right here.
Oh, is it? No, it's normal. Or does that mean air is slowly getting out right here?
Yeah, it means slowly getting out.
Oh. So that's the leak. Leaky, it ain't leaking as hard as it was, though.
No.
So there's no kind of sealant we can put around the edges. All you have to do is hit it with some more hammer.
Hit around with a big hammer on the rubber.
What, right here or on this side?
Rubber. With a big hammer.
I got this round type hammer. It's not very heavy,
No,
though.
a big hammer.
A really big hammer, like the sledgehammer. Oh, okay.
Make it
Really hard. So you think it's right in this area? It's primarily. So when it hit it, it's kind of hit smashed like downward on the top of the curvature.
No.
Down this way. Oh. What's that do?
It'll make the tire seal.
Oh. Should I add more air?
Yes. It's not fully seated.
See, okay. And so he used the tool off camera a few moments ago. He quickly released all the air out of it. And now it's flat around the edges. His goal is to pop the rim out. This machine can take the rim out without destroying the tire or killing yourself with flat bars and all that to get it off. It's manually is a pain in the ass. Apparently it's so difficult. Even Frank was like, yeah, I ain't 30 no more. I need a tire machine. He got him one.
See the tire. Feel it.
Oh, it's full of crud. Do you think the crud preventing it from sealing correctly? Oh, okay. Well, that seems like an easy fix. It's an easy fix, folks. It's he's right. It's grimy as it can be along the edges here. There's no way to show you, at least not in the current lighting conditions. But it's you see on my fingers. It's full of a fine dust and grit and little rocky thingies that are all in there. It's most likely. So we're just gonna clean it. We ain't got to take it all the way off. Just wash it with something, or wipe it with a dirty rag. Good enough.
Just to get the sand out of it. Yeah.
Oh. When you got that little brush, you can brush some soapy water on it. It might help a little bit.
That might make it worse.
Oh, really? Oh, then it wouldn't help it see. We kind of want a little bit of traction. Hope you can see it all right. In the nosebleed section, there's a lot of boxes and things. I'll try to get you a little closer so you can feel like you're right there at the machine. All right. It's got compressed air attached. It's ready for action. How you like that? And you got a tire gauge. It works on this one, right? Oh, wow. It's gushing somewhere. Or is it just a pin? Oh, no. That's that leaking. It's not the tire.
Yeah. It's that. See, it's
Yeah. I don't hear shit. Should we do the bubble test again? In the sun or out? No. Just to see if it's doing any more. You just want to see. That's what you do to tell if it's doing anything. I'll wipe it off. It ain't bubbling. Nothing else is. Just a peace of mind. Yeah, I see no bubbling now. No, the precious air. I hit the refill button. Heck yeah. And it gave the valve stem a good tightening just in case it might have been coming out of there. Heck yeah. If anything, it helps clean the edges of the tire a little bit. All right. Only time will tell. But even if it is losing air, it's very slow, and as long as we can use it for several days at least before noticing the loss, and not 5 minutes later it's flat, you know, that. Okay. Damn. check. Both of them until they stop moving. You can, as you know, you weren't able to see it, but I could. They moved a little bit, and then they stopped moving. All right, that's everything there. Tires checked, brakes checked, starter system checked. The only thing we haven't checked is the engine components. The core itself is still a mystery. And we fixed all the outward appearance stuff that was broken. The physical problem with the carburetor has been resolved. Now we just got to give her some fuel, and that's where this stuff comes in. Right here is the fuel line. I pushed it up against it. I always flushed the back of the new outlet pipe, and there's the pin. I mean the clamp. I got to squeeze it up and put it in place. I can't do it with one hand though. What I've been doing is I rounded the fuel line to come out and go behind the throttle, choke housing right here. It's the choke cable housing, and it's coming out and around it, and it's just sticking out. Its goal is to reach this pipe right here. I don't need very much at all. In fact, leave it attached. It's already sealed so nicely. What if we do it this way? What about these old clips? They fit the old stuff better. Too big, I guess. But then again, it might be fine once I put a little arrow on it. Flow. So the arrow marks the fuel flow direction, right? It's pointing that way. So I installed it so that the gas tank's coming in. The white side's going to the carburetor. Okay. I don't need very much at all. Kind of want it to be as direct as possible. The more direct, the better. In fact, it's too much, really. But, all right, so we don't need but a small section. The original one was just a tiny section, too. There we go. And that gives us some spare fuel line, which I will definitely keep hold of along with the extra fuel filter in case we have a problem with one side or the other. It's so short, actually, that might be enough to do it. Just straight from here to here. I mean, as close as you can get it. I don't like going clampless, but it's got a real tight, snug fit to all four fittings. At least for now. Subject to change without notice. All right. Hey Frank, come here. What do you reckon? You ready for gas? I got the filter all hooked up. I didn't use any of them clips, because none of them work. The big ones are too big, and the small ones are too small.
No, that's perfect.
Okay. Heck yeah. All right. Put the shroud back on it. I took it off to make it easier to see what I was doing. So you got the gas can and everything. Yeah, it's pretty good. I'll throw them in the trunk of the Toyota. Damn, it fit like it was new. Holy shit. Don't work very well, but it went on pretty smooth. I don't know what caused it to be so tight. Oil or something. Oh, you got some more? Heck yeah. Well, these seat's still in pretty good shape. How much should I put in it? All right, so I need to put it in return, right, or reserve. Need to start pouring gas in. Oh look, now you see it going into the filter. That's good. Yeah, that's new and improved. I wasn't doing that before. All right, as you can see, we're in reserve or return mode. It's allowing it to flow out of the freshly cleaned gas tank. All right, So is there some special priming procedure to it? Or do we just get on there and see what happens? Will it crank? Will it run? Let's find out. There it goes. Hey, oh look, it's pouring out. Something ain't tight. Gas is pouring out of it. Turn it off. I knew that wasn't gonna last long. Well, it does run, so it's worth fixing it at least. Look at all the fucking gas, man. Where's it coming out at, you reckon? Oh, let me find something to soak it up.
Carburetor seal.
Damn. Yep. I don't know what to do with it. You can't drive it like that. It ain't the carburetor leaking. I mean, it ain't the thing I just installed. It's the carburetor itself. It's a small,
Shut it off.
the little bowl. Yeah, it's off. The little bowl that we cleaned this morning, and he cleaned it out and all. Well, there's a small thin ass rubber gasket on like everything else, like the lawnmower engines and everything else. It's been failed, and it's all just pouring out around the bottom of the carburetor here from the looks of it. Unless it's coming out from around this seal.
No.
You checked it already?
No. It doesn't come on. Gasoline won't pour off like that.
Oh. So it's once it went into draw mode and began to draw the gasoline for the engine, that's when it come out of the bottom of the carburetor. Because it is working. It was working. We heard it. You heard it here. Yeah, I can see it dripping off the bottom of it. What's that hose coming out of the bottom of it?
That's a drain.
Oh. That's what that is. Oh, it's not a wire at all. It just goes this way to hangs off the side, don't it? Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Let's know what that is now. So that means we got to take it all the way back apart and take the carburetor off again. Which means undoing everything we done to it today. That's why it's not finished. You don't have no seal like that at all, do you? Is there any kind of gasket we can make and just stick in there? Nothing, huh? You know, the chances of finding that seal kit, they probably gonna want to sell me the whole carburetor. I bet I cannot find just that one lonely seal.
No, you should just buy the carburetor kit. It's cheaper than trying to find the seal. Comes with all the...
All right, well, if you made it all the way to the end of the video, it was one of my longer ones. I tried to edit it down as much as I could, but it was a lot of steps, and I recorded, let it roll for a lot of it, and paused it here and there. Even despite making separate clips and using the pause option, I still ended up getting 3 hours of video footage. And I've omitted a lot of pieces of it just to help make it more brief and watchable and not boring. I'm trying to figure out how to edit this stuff down to make it as fast and brief as possible without cutting out all the small talk, because sometimes you need to hear what we're saying too, so it makes sense what's going on. But there's the replacement part that we're gonna have to order for it. My family has agreed to buy this piece, and I told them what was going on. I said, look, I don't want them to have to buy it all. I said, y'all help me out here, and y'all maybe buy this piece. And they were like, sure. They're gonna try to get it tomorrow, they see. And I was like, all right, good. So maybe we can get it here by next week, and it won't be something that drags on for months. Because I mean, I'll eventually get it. I can get it when I get paid if I had no choice. But I was hoping not to this week, honestly, so I could save some money and get some of my money back. Actually, see it come back. I've gotten some of it back over the last few weeks, but not all of it, because it's hard to save from week to week. But anyway, that's enough of my personal problems. There it is. Let's take a look at the pictures real quick, and then yeah, that's the same little door we was messing with earlier today. You seen in the video where I used a screwdriver to push the cable. The cable comes into the little. Let's see if we can lock onto it. Yeah, the cable comes in this pipe right here, and then goes right across the top around the back of that lip that's folded in right there, and a brass piece holds it right here. And that just twist, and it's attached to the carburetor, so it's most likely open and closing the throttle door, which we can see in other pictures. That right there, that little golden brass looking door actually is what's popping open when you push the gas. Most likely, I'm assuming that's what it is. I think it is. I didn't really check it out like that because of how it's designed. And then yeah, there's the other side of it. I guess it was at the bottom, or no, it's the side of it. Okay, that's the pipe fuel line. Okay, yeah, took me a minute to figure out what I was looking at. That's the fuel line where the new fuel filter and all would go in, and that's the little vacuum line at the top, I think. It's black though. It's confusing. It's the same thing. Here's the little door cover for the thing underneath seal. You got a little piece that goes in there for the throttle control, the 3 screws for it. All right, so even extra another filter. So I'll have plenty of spare filters. That's cool. And it looks like it's gonna have. It don't have the lines for the, but it has some of that drain. Okay, it has the drain line. I learned what that was today too. Oh, okay, it's got a drain. All right, and 42 cars. Oh man. Says how many they got. More than 10. Okay. Well, we don't want to wait too long, but yeah. At least they still make these parts for this. And I looked for the seals first, but I didn't like the seal sets. I was like, what if it's wrong? It is cheaper, but is it worth the hassle when the whole carburetor's not that much more? And this is a pretty good price. They are more expensive. I've seen them go up to $60 or more, but they averaged around about $30 to $40. I was like, all right. And I think that was a cheaper one, but I was like, I don't want to go too cheap here, because then you're probably going to run into some bull. Yeah, it don't work very good or doesn't last very long. It's like we used to drive on it 3 times, and then the carburetor failed because gas got clogged up in it or something. I don't know. All right, well that's enough of that. We'll see you next time. Hopefully in part 7 we'll get it to run well enough where it's not leaking and we'll actually drive it around. I didn't try to drive it with leaking gas pouring out of the bottom of the carburetor, but we did get to hear it run. And that's pretty good. That means it was worth fixing. And at least it's one item back there that didn't turn out to be a complete pile of shit. Alright, thanks for watching and have a great day.